All right, that should be enough time for y'all, man. If y'all don't have your pencil and paper yet, I'm sorry to hear it, but we are going to dive into today's study session. So here we go. Arithmetic reasoning, right? Boom. These are the steps that we're going to follow anytime that we try to solve for a question, okay? The steps actually make sense, all right? I say that because sometimes I think a lot of y'all try to freestyle your questions, right? And I don't recommend it. Don't try to freestyle your questions. Don't try to, think that you're a math genius, but follow these steps, okay? You want to know, what is the question asking? What information is the question given to us? AKA, what do we know? What are we solving for? How can we use what we know to solve our equation? And does our work check out? All right. So these are going to be the steps that we need in order to solve each question. Okay. What is the question asking us? What information is given to us? What are we solving for? How can we use what we're solving for to solve our equations? And does our work check out? If you guys see me kind of distracted, I promise you, it's not because I'm actually distracted. It's just that I'm lighting crew, I'm camera crew, video crew, sound crew, DJ in the background, and the math tutor all in one. All right. So I'm just doing various things, checking to see if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns. So that's what I'm doing. All right. But I promise I'm paying attention to each and every one of you. So here we go. Let's jump into our first question. Boom. What is the volume of a cardboard box measuring 12 inches long by 14 inches wide by 10 inches tall? All right. So I'm going to give y'all like 30 seconds to get like a quick head start. How would you solve this? Okay. If you got your phone and you want to use your phone, then great. If you got your calculator and you want to use your calculator, then great. However, this is going to be the question. What is the volume of a cardboard box measuring at 12 inches long by 14 inches wide by 10 inches tall? Welcome to today's study session. All right. So if you're solving this question, or if you're stumped already for whatever reason, just understand that we're talking about volume. All right. So volume is length times width times height. All right. So that's a little head start for you. All right. Let me see if y'all can see this. Can y'all see this? Comment in the chat box for me. All right. Anytime you're solving for volume, this is going to be what you do. All right. Length times width times height. So you go back to the question, right? Does it give you the length? Does it give you the width? And does it give you the height? If so, then y'all are cooking. All right. So let's jump into this without a calculator, without anything but pen and paper. All right. So the cardboard box is measuring how long? 12 inches long, right? So we know that the length is 12 inches long, right? What about the width? 14 inches in width, right? So we come here, 14 inches in width. And then our height is 10 inches. So I'm going to put an H for height. Boom, right? So we got our length, we got our width, and we got our height. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start multiplying. Okay. So I know that I have to multiply my length times my width. So I come over here, 12 times 14. If you are a part of today's session, all right, these are going to be the same questions that we did last time, plus a little more depending on time. All right. So 12 times 14, 4 times 2, we know is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay. Anytime you're multiplying more than just single digits, we have to put a placeholder for a 0 down here. And then we go again. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Boom. What do we do next? We add these two numbers here. Right? So 8 plus 0, we know is 8. 4 plus 2, we know is 6. 1 plus nothing is 1. Boom, 168. What is the next step, right? We're going to take this 168, and we also have to multiply by our height, which is 10. So 168, if we're just moving down, times 10. I'm going to actually do it out, and then I'm going to actually give y'all like, you know, a tip, okay? 0 times all of these numbers is 0, right? Anything times 0 is 0. So we could put, if you want to write it like this, 3 zeros, sure. And then we put a placeholder 0, okay? 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. We add this together. We get 1,680. Is our volume. All right, we go to our answer key. Do we have 1,680? Yes, we do. D being the correct answer. I want to hear y'all's honest input. A question like this, is it easy? Is it difficult? Like, go ahead and tell me, but keep it real. Is this easy for you? Is it difficult? Is it like in the middle? Let me try to gauge y'all's difficulty when it comes to this math question, volume type questions. Oh, another thing, anytime you're multiplying by 10, you could honestly just take this 0 and put it at the end of the number. It'll give you the answer, 1,680. All right, that's not bad. I don't think that was a bad one. All right. Without any further ado, we are going to jump into the next question. Boom. How many cubic inches of sand can a cardboard box measuring 12 inches long by 14 inches wide by 10 inches tall contain? All right. The reason why this is such a great question is because I want to show y'all one thing. In our last question, it was asking us volume. In this question, it's asking us the same thing, but it's written differently, right? So why do I say it's written differently? Because this question is asking how many cubic inches, right? So whenever you see the words cubic inches, whenever you see the word cubic rather, okay, it is automatically referring to volume, okay? Some of y'all might remember in math class that, you know, they might be asking a question like, what is 2 cubed? Right, so they would write the number 2 here, and then they would have like a 3 up top here. This 3 meaning cubed, right? Why is it a 3? Because anything cubed is referring to 3-dimensional. Okay, 3 dimensions, which is why we have a number 3 here. The cardboard box that they're referring to is 3-dimensional, right? We have length, we have width, and we have height. 3 dimensions, so it's cubed. All right. So I'll be honest with you, this is the same exact question that we did last time. We used the same formula, length times width times height, right? And we actually have the same variables, which is 12, 14, and 10. So if you were part of last questions, we multiplied all those together, 12, 14, and 10. Right, we added all together, and then we ended up getting 1,680. All right, I promise you I'm not a genius. We just did this out in the last question. That's how I know the answer. So D would be the correct answer. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so we're going to move on to the next question. I hope y'all are doing all right so far. For whatever reason, if you're not doing so good, just go ahead and comment any question that you have, and I'll actually try to answer your question to the best of my ability, but no promises, all right? No promises. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clear the screen, and then we're getting into the next one. All right, here we go. How far will your platoon go if you march for 3 hours at 6 miles per hour? All right. Let me give y'all like 10 seconds on this one. All right, 10 seconds is up, right? So how far will your platoon go if you march for 3 hours at 6 miles per hour? We're just warming up, all right? I would say this is an easy question. So what are we gonna do? We know that you're marching for 3 hours, right? And how many miles are you going? 6 miles. 3 times 6 is 18. Does everybody understand that? 18 miles. Okay, do we have any questions whatsoever? How far will your platoon go? Oh, hold up. For every 1 hour, you're going 6 miles. Let me see if I could think of a better way to explain it for those who have trouble visualizing, okay? So you're going 6 miles every hour, okay? 6 miles every hour, all right? In going 6 miles every hour, you can honestly write this out, 6 miles in the first hour, 6 miles in the second hour, 6 miles in the third hour, right? Add them all up together. After those 3 hours, you get 18, all right? I've learned actually that a lot of y'all don't struggle necessarily with the math per se, but you do struggle with understanding the question. So I just try to find different ways to explain the same question. And then for some people that actually helps. All right. So at the end of the day, the answer is going to be C, 18 miles. Boom. All right. If y'all need to screenshot this, do it real quick because I'm about to clear the screen and we're about to move on to the next one. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a little head start on this question. Joanne just turned 37. For 12 years, she's dreamed of traveling to Hawaii to become a beach bum. To finance this dream, she needs to save a total of $15,000. How much does Joanne need to save each year if she wants to become a beach bum by her 40th birthday? All right, so y'all take a good minute to try to get a head start on this one, and then we're about to jump into it. All right. Y'all doing all right so far? All right, here we go. Joanne just turned 37 years old. All right, so that's relevant information. She just turned 37. Why is that relevant? Let's stay tuned to find out. Right, so she's 37 years old. For 12 years, she's dreamed of traveling to Hawaii to become a beach bum. All right, cool. To finance this dream, she needs to save a total of $15,000. How much does Joanne need to save each year if she wants to become a beach bum by her 40th birthday? All right, so we know that the goal to go to Hawaii will be on her 40th birthday, right? She's 37 years old. So we know we're going to take this 40. We're going to subtract 37. We know that we're working with a 3-year goal. Okay? 3-year goal. Why is that important? Because the question is saying, how much does Joanne need to save each year if she wants to become a beach bum, right? By her 40th birthday. So it's a 3-year goal. All right. She needs to save a total of $15,000. So we're going to take this $15,000. And we are going to divide it by the amount of years that we have to save it in order to find out how much we need each year to meet the goal, all right? So this looks kind of intimidating if you're somebody who's like, oh, that's a lot of digits, but it's really not, right? 3 doesn't go into 1. However, 3 goes into 15. We know a total of 5 times evenly. We can bring this comma up and all these zeros can pop up. $5,000, okay? She needs to save a total of $5,000 every single year. All right. In order to fact check our work, we could take this $5,000 answer that we have, okay, multiply it by the 3 years that we have. We know that 3 times 0 is 3 zeros, and then 3 times 5 we know is 15. While 3 years, we should save $15,000. Okay, so this checks out. This 5,000 actually checks out. All right, we go to our answer key. Look at that. B, $5,000. How we doing so far? How we doing so far? I hope good. I hope we doing all right, man. I hope we doing all right, because we haven't even warmed up too much yet. But if y'all have any questions, comments, concern, go ahead and let me know. Also, if you haven't already, if you're joining this live session and you haven't hit that subscribe button, y'all, come on, hit that subscribe button. All right, so I can let you know, welcome to the family. I'm gonna try my best to do questions like these more and more, so that way y'all can kind of get a better understanding of the Asvab and how they ask questions, and the way that you should be thinking and all that fun stuff. Okay, so go ahead, comment again in the live chat or the YouTube replay chat, and let me know how you're doing. But screenshot if you need a screenshot, because if not, I am about to clear the screen and we're about to move on. Boom. All right, so this might be as difficult as it gets actually for the Asvab type questions. Let's see if we can figure it out. A security guard walks the equivalent of 6 city blocks when they make a circuit around a building. If they walk at a pace of 8 city blocks every 30 minutes, how long will it take them to complete a circuit around a building, assuming they don't run into any thieves? All right, so like always, I'm gonna give y'all a minute to try to jump on the question. Pay attention to what it's asking. Try to write down as much relevant details as possible, okay? Because it's all gonna help you. These arithmetic reasoning questions, while I wait, right? So these arithmetic reasoning questions, honestly, is it's like riddles, right? They're gonna give you a piece of information at a time, and you're gonna actually be the one to try to put the pieces. You're gonna try to put the pieces together to the puzzle. Does that make sense? So that's why you have to pay attention to all the clues that are in the question. All right, so read the question over once or twice, and then we are going to solve it together as a team. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Let's see what we get for an answer. All right, so let me read the question over again. A security guard walks the equivalent of 6 city blocks when they make a circuit around a building. All right? If they walk at a pace of 8 city blocks every 30 minutes, how long will it take them to complete a circuit around the building, assuming they don't run into any thieves? So what do we know? We know that this security guard walks 6 blocks around the building. So we know that 6 blocks is equivalent to 1 lap around the building. Fair to say? Okay. Let me clean that up. All right, so we know that 6 city blocks is equivalent to 1 lap around the building. All right, that's fair. What else do we know? If this dude walks at a pace of 8 city blocks every 30 minutes, all right, so they just give us how fast this guy is going. Every 30 minutes, he goes about 8 city blocks, right? All right, cool. So he's going 8 city blocks every 30 minutes. Bam. How long will it take him to complete a lap around the building? All right. So first we are going to start with this fact right here. Okay. This guy is going 8 blocks. This guy or girl is going 8 blocks every 30 minutes. So let's try to reduce that and figure out how many minutes that is per block. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 30 minutes. We're going to divide it by 8. Okay, because that will give us how fast he's going per block, right? So 8 does not go into 3. However, it does go into 30 3 times. 8 times 3, we know is 24. Boom. We're going to subtract 30 minus 24. It's going to give us 6. Okay. 8 doesn't go into 6, so we need to add a little something something over here, right? And then drop this 0 down. I hope y'all remember that in division class, giving us 60. This decimal can pop up over here, right? 8 goes into 60, a total of 7 times. Boom. 7 times 8. It looks like I'm gonna run out of space down here. I hope y'all can still see. 7 times 8 is 56. We're gonna subtract. That gives us 4. Okay. We need to add another 0. Boom. All right. And what are we going to do? Drop this 0 down also. Giving us 40. 8 goes into 40. A total of 5 times evenly. 5 times 8 is 40 itself. Giving us 0. Hope y'all can see that. All right. So what did this tell us? This guy goes 1 block every 3.75 minutes. Okay. I'm going to pause the rest of the question, right? And I'm going to take y'all actually to the answer key. So for y'all who are very impatient when it comes to the Asvab, right? They do questions like these all the time because they're counting on the fact that you're a lazy math solver. What do I mean by lazy math solver? I mean the fact that you will partially solve the question, see the partial answer in the answer key, and then select that answer as if it's the correct answer for the question. So we got 3.75. If you go to the answer key, you'll actually notice that B here is 3.75 minutes. So you would actually think that this is the correct answer when in fact it's not, okay? This 3.75 only represents that this guy goes 1 block. If I can write this small over here. We divided, right? This guy goes 1 block every 3.75 minutes. Does that make sense? All right. But the question is asking, how long will it take him to complete a circuit around the building, assuming that they don't run into any thieves? So we have to take this 3.75, right? And do something with it. Okay. So he goes 1 block every 3.75 minutes. Okay. So how many blocks is equivalent to 1 lap around the building? Well, we wrote that down in the beginning. All right. This guy needs to go 6 blocks to add up to 1 lap. All right. So what do? We take this 3.75. 3.75. All right. And then we are going to multiply that by 6. Boom. Let's see what we get. 6 times 5 is 30. Put our 0 down there, our 3 up top here. 6 times 7 is 42. 43, 44, 45. Boom. Put our 5 down there and put our 4 up here. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 4 is 22. And we'll drop our decimal down. 22.50. Okay. 22.50 minutes. All right, so we go back to our question. How long will it take him to complete a circuit around the building? Right, it'll take him 22.50 minutes. Go back to our answer key now, and we'll actually see, ironically, right? No pun intended. We will see over here that our answer is C. 22.50 minutes. All right. I think that's as hard as the Asvab will really pitch it to you. to some degree. If you have a good understanding of what that question is asking, then you're actually doing pretty good. Okay. However, don't fall for the mistake of selecting B as an answer. B is not the right answer. They do this all the time. They set little traps for you. Okay. It's an actual, pretty clever test. All right. Because they want to see, do you actually comprehend what we're asking, or are you just kind of the person that goes along through the motions, and when you see the first thing that jumps out at you, you select it, right? So it's a strategic test, all right? B is not the correct answer. C is the correct answer, all right? So y'all go ahead and take a second to screenshot this real quick. Let me know how y'all are doing. Let me know how y'all are feeling. And honestly, if you are still with me, I hope y'all are, honestly. All right, after y'all finish screenshot, I'm going to go ahead and clear the screen, and we are going to move on to the next question. Boom. All right. If apples are on sale at $15 for $3, what is the cost of each apple? All right, I'm going to give y'all like 30 seconds to try to work through this. 30-second head start, and then I'll jump in with you and we can see how y'all are doing. My bad, man. I'm over here jamming. I'm over here vibing. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad. All right. Let me see. Oh, good question. So the key is by the word how many you have to multiply. You referring to the last question, or you're referring to this question? Let me know which question you are referring to. All right. Y'all ready to hop on this apple question? I hope so. Here we go. If apples are on sale at $15 for $3, $15 for $3. I want y'all to digest that. $15 for $3. Yes, so you will have to read the word, right? In the last question, you will have to read the word in order to understand. You'll have to read how the question is worded in order to understand if you're multiplying, if you're dividing, all of that fun stuff. All of the clues are going to be in the wording to each question. All right. I might try to make an emphasis on that moving forward, so that way you guys can understand like how to know what function to use: multiplication, division, subtraction, addition. So great question. All right. In this question with the apples, if apples are on sale at $15 for $3, what is the cost of each apple? Right? By the wording of the question, I understand that I would have to divide. Okay? I wouldn't multiply. I wouldn't subtract. I wouldn't add. I'm trying to figure out how much for each apple. Okay? How much for each apple? Okay? So I know that I'm going to be dividing. I know in division they taught you guys to put the big number in the box, right? At least that's how they taught me in school. Put the big number in the box and everything should work itself out, right? So if this is the case, 3 divided by 15 or 15 divided by 3 will give us a 5. Again, for all the lazy math solvers, right? Before y'all even continue, you would just see that you would think that the number starts with a 5, and then you'll go over to your answer chart and then circle A as a correct answer. That is not the correct answer, okay? So just make sure that we set up our question correctly, right? How would I know that's not the correct answer? Great question. So if each apple costs 50 cents, right? And this guy, and the sale is $15 for $3. If I take this 50 cents and I times it, matter of fact, if I take 2 apples, 50 plus 50 will give me $1. Right? 50 cents plus 50 cents will give me $1. Right? If I was to get $3 worth, would I get 15 apples? The answer is no. Okay, because only 2 apples gave me $1, so 2 more apples will give me $2, and then 2 more apples after that will give me $3. All right, that would be 6 apples. I would know that my math is way off. Okay, so don't get too hasty when it comes to these questions. Okay, set it up correctly. In this case, we're going to put the 15 on the outside, and we are going to put the 3 on the inside. Okay, 15 for $3. All right, I know this doesn't look natural to the eye. 15 doesn't go into 3, so what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to add a 0 in here. Boom, 15 does go into 30, right? A total of 2 times. 2 times 15 is 30 itself, right? Giving us no remainders. Okay, 0.2. 0.2 is the same as 0.20 if you wanted to add a 0 over here just to make it look more natural, right? Which is also the same as 20 cents. 20 cents could also be written 0.20. Okay, so C would be our correct answer instead of A. Does that make sense? How we looking? How we feeling? C would be the correct answer. All right. I hope everybody's still with us. So go ahead and screenshot if you need a screenshot. And then let's jump into the next one. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. I wasn't a fan of this question, but I guess we'll do it just for the heck of it. Your convoy has to travel a straight line across 4.7 grid squares on a map, on a military map. Every grid square equals 1,000 meters. How many meters will your convoy travel? Let me see what y'all come up with for an answer. Let me give y'all like 20 seconds on this one. Let me see how y'all are feeling on this one. All right, that should be about 20 seconds, right? So your convoy has to travel a straight line across 4.7 grid squares. So how many grid squares does this convoy need to go? Listen, another thing, right? If you don't quite understand the question, me personally, I like to substitute words, right? So if I don't know what a convoy is, because I'm not in the military, let's say, I would just substitute it and say a car. A car has to travel a straight line across 4.7 grid squares. Okay, so how far is the car going? It's going 4.7 grid squares. Okay, and how far basically does one grid square measure to, right? It says every grid square equals 1,000 meters. So we know that one grid square equals 1,000 meters. All right. So what will we do next? We would take this 1,000 meters because we want to know how many meters will your convoy travel. Well, if one grid square equals 1,000 meters and we have 4.7 grid squares, what we would do is we would take that 1,000 meters and we will have to multiply by 4.7. Multiplication would be the function. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to teach you guys a shortcut. all you have to do is count how many zeros is on this number, okay? There are 3 zeros on the number 1000. And then what you do is you go over to this decimal and you move the decimal 1, 2, 3 zeros to the right, okay? Giving us an answer $4,700. Okay, y'all gotta get kind of, you know, comfortable with multiplying things by 1, multiplying things by 10, 100, 1,000, a million. It doesn't matter. Okay, whenever you're multiplying something that starts with 1 and it has, like, you know, a few zeros at the end of it, like 10, 100, 1,000, just look at how many zeros there are and then move the decimal place however many zeros places that there are to the right. Okay, so 4.7 would become 4,700. Let's go to our answer key. Oh, look at that. D would be the correct answer. I hope I didn't confuse y'all with that last trick. All right, if we was to write this one out, 4.7, we know that 1 times anything is itself, right? So 1 times anything is itself, so we have a 4 and we have a 7, and then these 3 zeros. Oh, I think I just messed my own self up. 4.7, right? Boom. And then those zeros will drop down and we move the decimal place 1, 2, 3. Okay, giving you the same thing. I almost wrote an extra 0 in there. My bad, y'all. But 4,700 is the correct answer, not 47,000. Okay, still rusty. Please forgive me. All right. Looks like everybody is still surviving. So maybe one more question, right? Let's see. Y'all probably already checked out, right? Y'all probably like, look, man, all this math is kind of burning my brain. Can't do it. All right, let's end on this question then. Let's end on this question. An army battalion in Hawaii has 4 companies. 2 of the companies, Alpha and Charlie, have 70 soldiers each. Bravo Company has 44 soldiers, while Delta Company has 84. What is the average number of soldiers in a company in this battalion? Leave y'all to it for, you know, a minute or so. And then let me know how y'all are doing, how y'all are feeling. So the question is asking for the average. The average. What is the average? While y'all are figuring that out, I just want to let y'all know, thank y'all for joining this live session. For those who are participating, for those who are getting value out of the content, thank y'all. Don't be afraid to hit that like button. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button for sure, so that way you can get notified. Hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button, so that way you can get notified every time I drop a video, every time I come on here and do a live session, and participate in each one. You know, it's always a pleasure to have y'all. So thank you for each and every person who supports. And let's see if we can figure out this last question before we leave here for the day. All right, so let's talk about it. An army battalion in Hawaii has 4 companies, right? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Let's start with that. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. And then it goes on to let us know how many is in each, right? So Alpha and Charlie each have 70 soldiers. Bravo Company has 44. So Bravo looks like it's a small one. And what else do we have? Delta Company has 84. So I just want to let y'all know, anytime that you are doing a question that is talking about the average, how you find that is you add each one up, add up all of them, and then divide by how many you just added. Okay, so if that doesn't make sense to you, I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you actually right now. Okay, so what did I say? Whenever we're solving for average, we are going to add up everything, and then we are going to divide by how many things we added. So Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, that's 4 things. Okay, we're going to be dividing by 4. All right, so let's add these up. I don't think y'all can see my cursor, so I have to write this in here so y'all know, so I don't lose anybody. Boom. Okay, let's add it up. 0 plus 4 plus 0 plus 4 gives us 8. 7 plus 4 is 11. Plus 7 is 18. Plus 8 is 26. Hope I did that right. Y'all math check me. Right? 268. We're about to find out. Now, I'll take that 268. And we have to divide now by 4 in order to find the average. 4 does not go into 2, but it does go into 26. How many times? 6 times, right? Giving us 24. We subtract these two things. 26 minus 24 gives us 2 remainder. We drop the 8 down. 28. 4 goes into 28. How many times? 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract these two. We do not have a, oh shoot, we do not have a remainder. I hope y'all can still see me and hear me. All right, if y'all can, here we go. We got an answer of 67. Okay, so we go to our answer key. Look at that. What awaits us? There's no better feeling than solving an arithmetic reasoning question and seeing your answer in the answer key. I'm telling you, it's just like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like I'm on the right track. I'm doing something right. Right? So 67 soldiers is the average. 67 soldiers is our average. If we have 4 companies and 70 in Alpha, 44 in Bravo, 70 in Charlie, and 84 in Delta. 268 soldiers total. We divide that by 4. 268 divided by 4 gives us 67 soldiers on average in each company. Not too bad, right? I don't think that was too bad. You know, y'all be seeming like y'all tracking. You know, y'all. I don't think that was too bad. What y'all think? Pretty decent, medium, easy, hard? I think it was all right, man. So, let me see how long we've been on here. Oh, yikes. We've been on here for like almost an hour. Let me see. Do we have one more in us? Or should we cut it? That is the question. You know, this question looks a little annoying, actually. Let's run it. Let's run it, and then we're going to cut it after this one. All right? Just because this question looks irritating. All right. Billy left the house without his wallet. Billy sounds like me. All right. When he went to purchase his lunch, he had to dig into his change stash to buy it. How much did he have left if he had 15 quarters, 15 dimes, 22 nickels, and 12 pennies, and the lunch cost $5.52? Okay. So my man left his wallet at home. He probably ran to the car or something. You know, went inside his, you know, everybody has their coins stashed inside their, you know, their little cup holder places type stuff, right? So my man grabbed 15 quarters, 15 dimes, 22 nickels, and 12 pennies, right? So how much did he have left over? Let me see if y'all can figure this one out. I'm give y'all like 15 seconds more, and then we about to solve it together as a team. Let me see what y'all got for me. All right, let's jump into it. Oh, my bad. Let me clear this. I'm over here tripping. All right. So when he went to buy his lunch, he had to dig into his change stash. All right. How much did he have left? 15 quarters. All right. So we know that he had 15 quarters. How much is a quarter worth? $0.25, right? Boom. So let's multiply, because we want to know what is the worth of 15 quarters, right? That are worth 25 cents each. How to figure out how to word that. So 5 times 5, we know it's 25. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. We're going to put our placeholder 0 like we always do. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2. We're going to add these together. 275. However, because we have this decimal place that is 2 places to the left, we are going to move our decimal place 2 places over, giving us $2.75. Boom. Can't forget that decimal place. All right, so this is our quarters section. All right, let's talk about how many dimes, right? So he had 15 dimes. Why did I write that backwards? All right. And how much is each dime worth? 10 cents each. Okay. And then we have to multiply. All right. Didn't I just tell y'all about multiplying by 10? Literally, we could just take this 1 0 and add it to the right of that 5 on the 15. Okay. However, for the sake of things, 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. We're going to put our placeholder 0, and then anything times 1 is itself. So 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Add these together. You get 150. Look at that decimal place that's over here. It's 2 places, right? So we're going to move it back over here 2 places to the left, giving us $1.50. Okay, in dimes. Let me go ahead. Looks like I'm writing slanted, boy. Go ahead and make another column for our nickels. Okay, 22 nickels. How much is each nickel worth? 5 cents. We are going to multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 2 again is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Put our placeholder 0. 0 times anything is 0. Drop all this down. We get 110. However, our decimal is 2 places to the left, so we got to move it back 2 places to the left, giving us $1.10. All right. And then what else do we have? 12 pennies. Just to say I did it, 12 pennies worth 1 cent each gives us 12 cents. Y'all know that. Okay? You got 12 pennies, he's got 12 cents. Okay? All right, so I didn't really leave myself room. I hope y'all can still see what I can see, right? But what we have to do now is we have to add all of these together, okay? Ooh. It's all good. What I'll do is I will just bring everything over here. So We're going to add our dimes, which is $1.10. We're going to add our, I'm sorry, I think I said that wrong. We're going to add our nickels, which is $1.10 worth. We're going to add our dimes, which is $1.50 worth. We are going to add our quarters, which is $2.75 worth. We add all these together. 2 plus 5, 7. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 5 is 7. Plus 7 is 14. Carry the 1 up here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. Drop our decimal point down. In his stash, he had $5.47. Just kidding. That doesn't sound right. His lunch cost $5.52. So where did I go wrong? Let's see if we can find our mistake. My mistake, all right? So was it adding these? This is 7. This is 2. This is 5. That is 7. 14. 1, 2, 3, 5. $5. All right, so my math is obviously wrong at some point. We know that it's not the pennies because we got 12 cents, right? 22 nickels at 5 cents a piece. Let's see if my math is incorrect. So 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 2 again is 10. We got 11. Boom, boom. $1.10. All right. Dimes, $1.50. Quarters, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Bring our 0. 2 times 5, 10. Bring the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. But there should have been a 1 that I carried over here. So this 2 should have actually been a 3. Boom. Found you. Boom. That should have been a 3. Meaning that this should have been a 3. Meaning that this should have been a 3. Boom. Boy, I'm making myself look silly on here. $3.75. Meaning that this guy over here should have also been a 3. Boom. Meaning that this 5 should be a 6. Listen, I'm only human too. All right. I'm only human too. I'm actually happy that happened on the last question. All right. Just to show you that these things happen. When it does happen, though, just make sure that you backtrack your steps like I did. So that way you can find where you may have forgot to carry the 1 in my case, right? So $6.47. Is that what the question is asking? No, the question is asking us how much did he have left over if the meal cost $5.52. So we're going to take this $6.47. We are going to subtract it by $5.52. I'm running out of space, so bear with me. Why does my decimal keep disappearing? All right, boom. 7 minus 2 gives us 5. We have to borrow 1 from this 6 because 4 cannot, we can't take 5 from 4, right? So this 6 becomes a 5. Let me write it small. Boom. And then this 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 5. Decimals drop down. 5 minus 5 is nothing. So 95 cents. Okay, let's go to our answer key. Do we have a 95-cent option? We sure do. So this guy gets 95 cents left over in change. Some of y'all, if y'all made it to this part of the video, you're probably looking at me like my man, no, that 2 should have been a 3. Or I bet some of y'all didn't even catch it. You probably wrote 2 down also, But we have our answer. It's 95 cents. Okay, so this question is just annoying. Like I said, it was tedious because you have to figure out each coin, the value of each coin. So quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies, add them all up and then subtract from the total cost of the meal, which was $5.52, giving you 95 cents. So y'all be honest, how was this question? Do y'all feel like it was decent? Do you feel like it was challenging? Do you feel like it was annoying? Or did my mistake just really mess y'all up in the first place? If so, I apologize, okay? Definitely wasn't intentional, but I'm glad that we were able to make it into a teachable moment, all right? Even for myself. All right, so we made it through. We made it through what, 6, 7, 8 type questions, something like that. We made it through. So I just want to say thank y'all for participating in today's study session. If you would like more study sessions like this, then please comment somewhere. Shoot me a message saying like, hey, that was actually beneficial. I think I read some comment on a video saying like, hey, like I really like when you go step by step with the questions, So if you're watching this during the live, then fantastic. If you're watching this on the live replay, then also fantastic, But whatever I got to do to help y'all is going to be the goal. So thank y'all for watching. I just want to say, I hope that each and every one of y'all are getting something valuable from this content. If so, share it with a friend, hit that subscribe button, do whatever you can to support the channel, right? I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Always remember that success is made by actions. So get up, go grind. I will see you next time.